Hey guys, Papa Pete here, and I wanted to pop on today because something very special happened in the world of the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. And there are some additions to the Genesis library in the expansion pack today. And I don't do a whole lot of Genesis on the channel, but Genesis is a really important system to me. One that I collect back in the 90s. I mean, how important is it? Right around me within an arm's length. Here's my old Genesis when I was back in the 90s. I think I bought it when I was about 22, right? It's got some issues with it right now in the controllers, so I have to fix it up. So I have it down there. I'll get to it someday, but there's lots of different ways I can play the game. I mean, I got that one, and I've got the Mini right here beside me, right? So, I mean, yeah, I always have a Genesis close at hand, and actually, you know, I've even got my real mini right here too. So I always have like 3 Genesis all around me all at the same time. Order from Hallmark. Love it, right? Just love it. Anyway, yeah, so I was really excited to learn that they're putting some new games out, and there's some bangers, let me tell you. There's some real top-notch games for the Genesis coming out today. So let's just go real quick. I've got my Genesis controller hooked up for my my Switch, and let's take a look at these new games and what they are. All right, here we go. Love this. Beautiful. I love the intro for this. This is absolutely beautiful. Let's scroll up and see what new games we got. Of course, there's the old ones. First, we have Revenge of Shinobi. And of course, that's an absolute classic 2D platformer. Let's go into that one and take a look. See how long it takes to get into it. Maybe start it up for a second. Beautiful looking game. I love the intro for these games. Nice. Gotta love it. Ha. It's that much better when you get to use the Genesis controller on it. So, just a fun 2D platformer. I did not have this game back in the day. I was into sports games mostly. I had quite a few different ones, of course. You know, there's the old standbys. Everybody has oh, I even rewind in this game. It's pretty neat, really. Anyway, let's get back out to take a look at the next one. All right, so the next one is Lynndock, and this is a really interesting. Let's start it right up. See if I can get into a little bit. This is a really interesting Zelda-esque type 3D action RPG, we'll call it. Not a game that I'd even heard of back in the day, but very, very interesting. I really think I could spend a little bit of time with this one. We'll get a little bit of gameplay in here too. This looks like a really challenging type of game for me. This is just the intro. Alright, we'll try to get her going here. But the isometric point of view is going to make it really difficult to sort of see where you're going, but it's just something to get used to, right? And very ingenious at the time. Anyway, let's go back out and take a look at the next one. All right, here we go. And the next one is Ghouls and Ghosts. Fantastic improvement upon Ghosts and Goblins. Here we go. Start her up. Yeah, this is fantastic. What a great game to add to the system. We'll just start it right up, get a little bit of gameplay in here. I'm terrible at this game, but it doesn't matter how good you are at it. It's that much. It's just so fun to play. Oh. Oh, what is that? I'm a duck. Right on. Okay, so let's get back out to the other, see the last one. Make this a real quick video here to game selection. And last but not least, and this is the one that I was probably very little experience with, but the most excited about, and that's Crusader of Smite. Because any collector of video games understands that this is the game to have for the Genesis, really. Very difficult to get, very, very expensive. And an Atlas title that's a fantastic RPG. So let's go in and see. I don't know how much I'll be able to show you from it. But it's just, I think it's really a good idea for Nintendo to get the rights to this game to put it onto the system, because it's a game that is highly rated, but not many people are going to get the opportunity to play it. So I'm very happy to see it on a system like this. They've done that with a lot of games. Not necessarily are all the most expensive games the best games to put on the system, but in this case, it's something that probably wrong button. Something that they probably wouldn't be able to, a lot of people wouldn't be able to play any other way than doing it this way, at least not be able to play it really legitimately. And so I think it's just a really good idea that they did this. I really kudos to them for doing it. So like any RPG, this one takes a while to get going, you know, and so I'll just show you a little bit of walking around the town outside. You can talk to different people. That's pretty cool. And then of course there's a big, whether I leave town fighting monsters into the castle. So interesting. Anyway, really think that this is a great thing that Nintendo has put these games on their Sega Genesis collection. We'll back out to the other screen here. To game selection. And it really increases the number of fantastic Genesis titles. And of course, really happy to have the controller to go with it. I had to get that for the Nintendo. Really, that's the one that I get. I didn't even get the N64 one yet, but because Genesis, like I said, is well, it's my system of choice from back in the 90s. Much more over the SNES or even the later on systems. This is the one that I played the most. But anyway, back over to this screen, and once again, guys, thanks a lot for spending a little bit of time with me today. Check out Sega Genesis, the new editions on your Nintendo online expansion pack, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Pete, the old ass gamer. The old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50.
Hey, this is Ferg from the Atari 2600 Game by Game podcast, and you are watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.